Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honor to our apostle, elders, and bishops, great millstone, who rule well, teach well, and sound doctrine. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. The Lord will have mercy on these perilous times. Perilous meaning dangerous times we're currently living in. All right, your brother HAQADASH, representing GMS branch here in Cleveland. Just a quick another episode of Spiritual Breakfast, number 57, man. And look at this guy. These people just celebrate death, man. You know what I'm saying? But the title that the Spirit gave was we have enough motivation to receive salvation. You know, there's a lot of we have enough motivation to receive salvation, to push for salvation. We have enough motivation to push for salvation, bro. You know, like, you know, Jake, you know, don't let Babylon beat you down mentally and physically so much that you allow it to blind the motivation, that edge that you have to push for salvation, man. You know, we don't need nothing else from the Lord. The Lord, YAHAWASHI, has given us everything we need to receive salvation. He's giving it to us, and he's just increasing. That's what he's doing. He's just increasing us in it. It says, what's the scripture talk about? It's sufficient. I can't remember where it's at, but the Lord gave us everything we need to push for salvation. You know, he gave us faith boosters all the time. Look, bro, we see chariots, we see the prophecies coming to pass. Even if we didn't see the prophecies coming to pass per se, elder bishops and see some prophecies alone is enough to push for salvation, right? Kingdom of heaven, Yahawashi sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? The state of the condition and the state of our current state as a people. You know, this is I think this is it right here. Let me see. This might be it. This is 2 Corinthians. Let's see. I think it's 12. Corinthians 12. Indeed, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach rest upon me. So, yeah, we're going through infirmities and ailments and different things in life right now. And it's going to get increased because we're getting closer to the Lord. So persecution going to happen. All these different things that the prophecies state. So the temptations and all this, the Lord just said his grace is sufficient. You know, his strength, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. So we're being made perfect in weakness. We had to be brought low, so that we become strong, and mighty, right? We become stronger in these conditions. And what this did was it allowed us to see things for what they are. It allowed us to see the truth. You know, see, the lower the people are in the world, the further away they are from the truth. But Lord willing, we are that number, that hopeful, electful number. the lower we are, you know, the more the more we're able to see things for what they are. Because when you're low, right, you're able to hone in on things around you. You can focus, you can see things. When you take a step back and you slow down, you can see things for what they are. When you're moving too fast, it's chaos, it's chaotic. The earth wasn't created in one day. Like, but they say Rome wasn't created in a day or something like that. Things take time. You know, it's something called process and progression. So with all these things, the Lord has allowed our eyes to view things for what it is, and what reality is, and what life is about, and what He is about. And it allows us to see the bigger picture. Okay? And with that, other things came. The first and most important, the truth. Hey, and what the scriptures say, it says the truth shall set you free. And our minds has been free from the concepts of Babylon, man. Okay? And because our mind have been set free, it allows us to what? It allows us to see. Right? That outside, that healing ointment in our eyes to actually give us, it has healed our eyes to see things for what it is. Okay? We don't have to look, brothers, and especially right now in this time that we're currently living in, you shouldn't be in a state that you should still look the same as when you first came into the truth, man. Yeah, you might increase in the knowledge, but you got to remember, when you increase in the knowledge, you increase in sorrow. And that translates that from your mind also to the physical. The more you increase, right, in the spirit, the more demons F with you, man. The more you're attacked on a spiritual level, because you're now a greater version of yourself. When you watch the movie The Fallen, that's what that was talking about, and that's what I was going into, man. It was a greater version of yourself, man. You know, I mean, Salakia, this little YN nigga threw me off. When you watch Fallen, the more he became aware and the more he grew in knowledge of what was going on, the more demons attacked him. The more that demon kept fucking with him and kept pressing him. You know, and the more he was able to see, everybody else around him couldn't see. So, with that being said, this one's gonna be a quick one. I just wanted to make this point that, yo, we have everything we need motivational wise to push for salvation, bro. The brotherhood, the church, the body. And that's when you question, like, do you really believe? You know what I'm saying? Do you really believe? Because if you really believe, there's no way that you're gonna constantly be getting rebuked. You shouldn't be a brother that's always getting rebuked, man. Every goddamn week, every damn day. You're doing something that you lack in the truth. You're doing something that you lack in the ministry, and that's off. You know, you're just waiting. You just might as well just jump off the boat, because you're waiting to get pushed off. You know what I'm saying? Here we are, we on the boat and it's a storm, and we telling you, hey bro, you wanna come away from the edge, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come into the dock. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get knocked off the boat, bro, from the storm, from the waves. And you're like, all right, I come. And you still right there. And then here we go. We go on the dock, and then we come back out the dock, and we say, hey bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the storm getting worse. Come in the dock, bro. And you say, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I'll come out. I know the storm. You get knowledge to the storm. You know the storm getting worse, but you still stay sitting on the edge of the boat. Well, eventually the wave is gonna get so crazy and the storm gonna get so bad, which is Jacob's trouble and all these all these different things, and it's gonna knock you off the boat. And while the rest of the crew, while the rest of your men, the men around you, went into the dock and was protected from the storm. So you can understand. You gotta take heed to the warnings. You got to take heed to the doctrine. You got to take heed to the men above you. And you got to take heed. You got to take heed to the voice in the power of YAHAWASHI. Okay? It's not a game, dude. Right? Nothing else in the world can motivate you to push for salvation besides what we already have. The Lord has already given us the keys. All right? He already given us access to the door. You know what I'm saying? We got classes, we got studies, bro. The fact that we in the truth is enough to push for salvation. Because it allowed us to see the fucking world for what it is, and we don't like the world. We are not of the world. Right? The Lord said we are of the day, and they are, you know, not the children of the night. We are not of the night. So we despise the night. We despise the things in His life. That should be enough. The fact that our current, like I said, our current condition, Jake is fucking poor. Jake going from house to house. You know what I'm saying? You might lack clothes. You might lack a vehicle or a job. The current condition and current state of your being, bro, is enough motivation to push for salvation. And we know it's written. We know it's YAHAWASHI. You see? But that should be enough. That should be enough, man. Don't allow this fucking world to beat you down so much that you allow it to take your motivation and your love for the truth away. The fact that you're in this world suffering should be enough motivation to push. Now, you know what? I can't. You know, this shit is making me mad. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, like, you should have an eager edge about you. You should have an edge about you, man, in this place. You should have the woe is me spirit. You know what I'm saying? And you should be doing more. The Lord said when He return, He want to find you doing. He want to find you working when He return. Excuse me, I gotta get some water. You know? Stop fucking being a lump on the log, man. Stop being just a body that's just filling in space. The Lord gonna get rid of people. The Lord gonna get rid of brothers that just fills in space. We don't need fillers. We don't need space fillers. You know what I'm saying? We need men working. Because if you don't work, you don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. You want to watch videos. You want to get fed spiritually and mentally, but you don't want to feed. You don't want to feed the flock spiritually and mentally, right? Physically, you don't want to feed the flock, but you want to get fed. You don't want to do your videos as you should be doing, or just tend it to the church. Like, every brother got a position. Everybody got a responsibility in the church. You're not supposed to be a fucking brother just always getting babysitting on. And you know, listen, man, you got to change your ways before the Lord change you, man. Change your ways before the Lord change you. And what I mean by the Lord changing you, He can take the spirit from you, man, and put you back into the world, and it's gonna be like you never fucking was in the truth, man. You don't want to be that guy, man. Even though some brothers gonna have to feel that lot, and I pray it's not me. But with all that being said, you gotta know that what you're involved in, you gotta take it serious, bro. You don't just join the basketball team just to fucking join it to look cool, bro. You gotta put the work in. Like, you eventually, it's gonna hit you. It should hit you that, damn, what am I doing? You should have that moment like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? And you should have that moment. You should never be complacent in the thing that you're involved in, because it will spew you out. No matter what it is, a relationship, sports, a job. If you're complacent, eventually it's gonna spew you out, and people are gonna pass you. Things are gonna pass you. You know? You don't want that to happen. Okay? And that's what's gonna happen with the Lord. Hey, the Lord said, hey, you can't be lukewarm. You're either cold or hot, man. Okay? The Lord will spew you out of His mouth. And that's what's getting ready to happen here soon. Men are gonna get spewed out of the Lord's mouth. All right? And you don't want that to be you, man. We got enough motivation, bros. Like I read earlier. Hey, He said my grace is sufficient. But sufficient means enough. His grace is enough. That's all we need. That's all we need. Like, really, and this was just a quick little video an exhortation for brothers to wake the fuck up and sisters to wake up, to understand what's actually going on. Excuse my Swahili, man. Sometimes Jake be too soft. Oh, brother, why you talking like that? Listen, dude. Okay, look, we about to receive. The Lord about to come back, bro. I don't know why you still still fucking falling victim to the Babylonian customs which you learned. We gotta constantly shed those Babylonian customs, bro. The weak nature. Scripture say, put off now the weak nature, man. These are the things that corrupted us. These are the things that brought us down as a people, that took us away from our power. The weak nature, man. You right? The weak nature took us away from our power, man. All right, the weak nature took us away from our power. We have enough motivation to push for salvation, bro. Focus. But then we're in the flesh. The fact that you lack riches, you know, or no, it's not that bad. But the fact that you lack, you know, life, immortality, you're all sick. And so use your current condition to fight. Use your current state in which you're in this walk to continue to push, because the Lord promised us something greater, man. So Lord willing, this quick little exhortation was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. That millstone, peace I taste to the hopeful elect, man. Lord willing, this quick exhortation was Shalom.